What is going on YouTube? It's Sank and we are back with another one. Now in this drop, coming at you guys with a couple of plays and a bring to attention. But before I kick things off, I'd like to help out the channel by hitting that like button because it keeps the show rolling. Alright guys, that wraps up another day in these markets. Now this week has been straight fire for our growth plays. Now I'm not talking about the S&P or the Nasdaq, that's flat as a pancake today. But check this out, last week the portfolio was down 14k. Just a couple of days later, we've recouped 5 of that back. That's why I say it's not about the daily fluctuations in your portfolios, because when the market's ready to move, you recoup all of those paper losses and more. Easy. That's why I say I love the stock market, guys, because if you're able to apply the right formula, pick up quality plays in the market and stay composed under heat, you will hit success. Now today's movement in the market, just a sprinkle of what it can really do. That's why it's important for us to stay the course so we can get our full rewards. Now in this drop, coming at you with a couple of plays I picked up in the markets, but before I get to those, I want to touch on a few plays. So you already know we've got to kick things off right with this one. That's ticker symbol LOVE, that's Lovesack. This one was on the move today, up almost 8%. This one hit an all-time high, breaking into the 80s. Now for my OG family members, you guys will have a very similar return to me on this one because we hit the 50%. Now Lovesack is just an example of why I say patience pays off in these markets. This is a play we picked up back in January when they're in the 50s. Now it didn't take a day for this one to move up, nor did it take a week or even a month. And best believe we were in the red at some point on this play. But the market is always going to reward good fundamentals in due course. And Lovesack is just testament to that. So it's no surprise we're now sitting on 50% on our money in this play. Now Lovesack in January is where our quality growth plays are right now. Think a GRWG, a DraftKings and the others that are off their all-time highs. And if you're able to be patient and stay invested, they too will have you up 50% and more on your money. That's why I tried to get you guys into Lovesack most recently when they're trading at $70 because it was still an underappreciated play. But if you missed the boat that time round, you guys know what to do. Wait for a call off in that stock price before jumping on board. So I just had to do it. I had to grace your screens once again with GRWG, ticker symbol GRWG. This play was on the move today, finishing up almost double digit at close. That's good to see a lot more of you guys in this play. As I say, this is a play where I haven't seen many others out there in the market showing this level of accelerated momentum. So hopefully you guys are just as excited as I am for what the future lies in store for us as investors in this play. Now that's why I said to you guys at the beginning of the week, it's not hard for GRWG to move up higher single digit, even double digits in a single trading session because it's an underappreciated play right now. My expectation is that the Wall Street analysts start revising upwards their price targets on the play as we move through the year. That's just going to give that stock price that momentum push we want to see as investors. Now on a day like today, I just have my feet up watching those numbers climb, but I will be striking on the next red day. So do drop me down a comment below if you guys too have been winning on this play this week. So the next of our plays I wanted to touch on, that's Revolve, ticker symbol RVLV. Another play on the move today, up 6%. This is a play I was trying to get you guys in very recently when they're trading in the 40s. And on the week, this one's up almost 15%. There's a sweet science to this. Now in the last 3 months, this one's been consolidating, trading flat, but that's a sign of strength in these markets, by the way, and this one's just primed and ready for a breakout. The street is not appreciating how explosive some of these plays are going to be in a reopened economy, and one of these plays I'm expecting to be so is Revolve. I'm expecting to post up financial courses like they haven't done so before. We call these blowouts, by the way. So I've got a short-term price target on this one in the mid-60s. So the first play I picked up in the markets today, that's High Tide, ticker symbol HITID, coming in at $7.61. This is one of the few plays that we have in the portfolio right now, trading bang on at support. This one was trading at the $8 mark just last week. They've now trended back down to that support line, opens up a better entry to get into this one to maximize the returns on the way up. Now that's not to say the play can't dip a little bit more. If they do, I'll just pick them up at an even cheaper price point. Now what's going to happen with High Tide is somewhere down the line, they're going to have a much bigger jump up in that stock price in a very short period of time. Somewhere in the region of 30 to 50%. So the idea is to get into the play before that bigger move up in that stock price. Now what we're seeing in the short term is these pops up 5-10% and then price reversals. This is meaningless for us investors. The idea is to get into the play before the bigger shift in the stock price. Now if we look for a wider lens, I've still got my double up target on the play given the momentum they're showing in their business. Open up these retail outlets, consolidating within the industry just sets them up for future success. So the next play I picked up in the markets, that's ticker symbol ALPP, that's Alpine 4. This is one I gave you guys a full 9 yards on yesterday. This is a play making waves in their technology, aerospace, construction divisions. I'm liking the path they're going down, the scale up in this play and their vision. Now notice all the plays I picked up in the markets today were down or flat at best. That's how you guys make that money in the markets, by catching these plays on the cheap. When these plays climb, that's how you guys get all your rewards. Now those plays that I put on your radar at the beginning of the drop, spoke about Revolve, Love, Grow Generation, all those plays I caught in weakness on red days. So today, it's just a day where I was winning as they made their climb. Alright guys, so those are the plays I've got for you in this one. Now today was big on entry strategy, but don't forget exit strategy is just as important. And remember, you don't have to be into these plays 24, 36 months and longer. Sometimes it's even better to be in these plays a shorter length of time. Now I know my exit strategy for all of these plays is obviously subject to change on new releases of intel we get along the journey. Now some of you guys, you get your entry strategy on point and then you screw up your exit. Remember, it's about things like the direction the company's going as it relates to growth, their competitive advantage, their cash balance and how they utilize it. So it's just some food for thought for you guys. Alright guys, been rock with the channel, you know what time it is. DNL says STEM is doing great currently. Now anytime I see one of you guys drop down a quality play in the comment section, I just like to highlight it for the rest of the family, and the STEM is one of these plays. That's ticker symbol STEM, coming in at $26. This is a play I brought to attention before, but it's been a while since we spoke about this play. This is one where if you guys are able to be invested in, you will be rewarded over time. This is an energy play, a lot of upside from where they're currently at. This one was oversold after that SPAC merger announcement. That's why with these SPAC plays, I like getting in after the merger announcement. But on the week, this one's up over 40%. So you can see the investors know the long-term value in this play. Now what I want to see from STEM is show some stability around support, because they've moved back up to that long-term support line around that mid $20 mark. I want to see some stability around that, show some confidence and conviction. The share price has sticking power where they're at right now, and then from there it should be upside once the market starts to release these growth plays. So it's just another play I want to highlight for you guys, especially for my investors who are looking to build that wealth in these markets. Alright guys, that wraps up for this one. Do drop me down any comments or questions you have. I want to say I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.